story.
Exactly.
Through your NGO, through yourself, our collection of stories.
Exactly. For instance, Rapid, you see those children that you are helping, we visited you last time, those street children that you are helping, some of them will be very strong people that you can imagine. And you will be proud of maybe Sylvia, you will be very old man, and you see the man you supported as street children, other ministers. But if you don't have visualization of him or her being a big man or big woman, then you cannot take your energy and time as Dr. Bejo was saying. No. Let me tell you a small story. It's not always good to talk about yourself, but Odette taught me when I was very young, maybe secondary level 1.
No way, she's not that old, come on. She's younger than you.
She's younger?
Yes.
Because she knows how to treat herself.
Ah.
She has got a very nice husband. But she took care of me when I was very, very young. Too much respect and leadership. Yeah.
But yet you didn't start a project with her. This is shame on you. You're waiting for her project?
Shame on me, but I will do it next week. If you go the road. Yeah, but that was an example. And the most people she trained with me, some are medical doctors, highly professional, King Faisal Hospital and elsewhere. Others are military, police, engineers, parliament, even parliament, and why? Because we were very few and post-genocide school was very bad, but they managed as a team. We were very few, only 150. The school of 150. Because the post-genocide recovery was very hard, and even the school were very few. But the school now is bigger, I think, tripled or quadrupled. But what do I mean here is that when you want to find out solution or the problem, you have to visualize. For instance, in Profound, you have to look women, Rwandan women, self-reliant, not harassed, not violated, not asked sexual corruption, not asked whatever. I mean, smart women, proactive, mothers of the baby, mothers of the nation. That's the vision first.
But to help you to visualize, always remember the piece I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
The people, the stories around people, first people. Not project, first people.
Yeah.
50% is about people. Then it's about the process. Then it's about the product. Okay? The impact you are creating, the product you are bringing out. But the people is 50% of the story.
Yeah.
The ups and downs. Also the story, the challenges that go through, the failures, and then the successes.
Yeah.
Because the story is not good if only success.
Yeah.
You have to have all the else.
Yeah. And of course you use those tricks, but later we normally have to publish a model, analyze the model, look at the model if it is a model of poverty alleviation program. This model in Ghana, for instance, in Shibata, is it applicable in Rwanda? Can we apply Shibata mechanism in WINS project, for instance, in Rwanda? Is it the same? Or can we use it for banana? Or can we use it, and that is what we call modeling. Those who do research knows better than I. And then we can publish it. That is why mostly, if you ask, if we have a successful model, we publish it. Even NGOs or whoever else. Yeah, and this is of course cycles of learning it for African development. Yeah, we have to visualize a possible pain, exploring it, learning it, capacity building, doing capacity building. And if we don't continue optimizing return and discoveries, we go down. You see? We go down, we can throw growth and loss of focus. When people, and this is very, very, very key point, we call it the peak. The peak. When you are successful and you are some or individual person, yeah, if you are not careful, you go down. But you have to optimize the outcome and also the return, instead of going slow and lose focus. Many people get distracted. When they have a bachelor's degree, they get distracted and that's enough. Or when masters, they say, oh, that's enough. And when someone has a shop, a small shop, that's enough. But he can go further, even get more shops in this type of something. You have always to optimize. Please.
So I have a question.
Yes.
It is, I think, can we achieve a level of sustainable stabilizing the growth in development? For example, you achieve at a level and then you say, this is enough for me, let me try to maintain the status.
Then you go down.
No, you don't go down, you sustain, you remain there.
No. The world God created, the human being and the us, is that we are always in movement. If you are a teacher or a senior lecturer and you don't publish, you perish. Your mind is that. Many people work hard, even in retirement. Many people work hard, even in retirement. You cannot say, I have worked enough, and I have my salary, and I have my pension, and then I don't have to sleep. No. God created human being to work until you die. And that is being proud of being created by God, is that you are dynamic until the last. If you say, oh, I have been in Europe for many years, I studied PhD in German, but the women in Germany, the way they work, you are from Profan, right? I like the organization very much. The way women from Germany work, even if they have a lot of account money, and it's terrible. In the morning at 6, you see them biking. The way an old woman of 70, where I lived in America for 1 month, in an old woman household with her husband. But she always says, Emmanuel, you throw me down. Because of course as an African one, and I used to sleep up to 8. Then you have a program to go to swim, for instance. And she used to say, you slow me down. Because I wake up and I have to clean everywhere, and I have to work, I have to turn. As an African, I have to use time as I want. But you should change my mind.
Okay.
At least.
Instead you are slowing me down.
I still slow it down also. But you know something. Don't slow us down. Next time when we invite you, just come here. Okay? So that you don't.
What Sandy said yesterday in the migration. What she said to give you a visa for 2 years is too early for Rwanda.
Yeah, it's too early for Rwanda. That's true. Yeah. The process, yeah. But in Rwanda we are now faster than. In the morning, I have a neighbor who is a biker, yeah. But I hear the bike at midnight and also at 5 a.m. So, you see, he sleeps maybe 3 hours a day. To change mindset, which is good one way or but another way. Yeah. Maybe could you explain how the mindset of visualization also come back to this change?
So the more you implement,
Yeah.
and the more you explore and learn, you build capacity,
Yeah.
your visualization capacity will be higher.
Yes.
Okay? So I can see now a story, for example, in Laberne, wherever I visit, I can visualize the stories very quickly.
Yes.
Because I go through, I don't
Process.
judge what will happen, maybe we will fail, I don't know.
Yeah.
But at least I can visualize.
You can visualize.
Like, oh, from this organization, we can make this story, this story, this story.
Yeah.
So your boundary will be much higher,
Yeah.
and you might ability to bring breakthrough.
Yeah.
Breakthrough means to become pioneers, to bring something new to the world.
Yeah.
Breakthrough is something not available,
Yeah.
and you're gonna create it from nothing. Okay,
Yes.
it will be higher because you have already avoided to drop down. You remember we said slow growth like this. Already gone to another level of weight of
Exactly.
implementation.
Yeah.
So and for that we call this slide. This is the most important slide in the workshop.
Exactly.
It is the workshop name come from this slide.
Exactly.
Because when you start to go towards the third cycle of learning means you already did models, you already solved a problem in the community. It means you can now become wiser. You can see things in a different way. Your realization is much more than others.
Exactly.
You are not in awareness stage for sure. You are now in realization stage.
Yeah. And then that's why to come back to your point. That's why the women in Germany, even if he has optimized some of the activities, has more vision of stronger women than women maybe in Nairobi area. You see, the more experience, the more capacity, the more optimization, the more visualization. That is why it doesn't mean you reach the peak and you stop. No, you have to work until you get there.
And this applies to life, by the way.
Yeah, sure.
Not only to NGO or to organization.
Yeah.
It's also a personal thing.
Yeah.
Can I add something, please?
Yes.
I'm very fascinated with this question
Yeah.
because it's a general question that affects almost everybody
Yeah.
who had not crossed that barrier. That I can get to a point and I don't need anything again. That's not possible for somebody whose mindset is a bit different from the general. There are many general mindsets. I need something for myself. When you do for myself out of it, the moment you are concentrating about the nation, the people, which is said the first P, you have an idea of how can I help others. Because at the end of the day, when you live for yourself, you live for nothing. You're going to a goal, no impact, except maybe to yourself or maybe near people. Whereas thousands of people really need help. And as you live in the community, you walk by the roadside, you see that person who is sitting by the place, begging for money. That's not a worthy life. You have a better one. Can you transfer the one you have also in terms of concern to him? So you see that as you keep working for the generality, for example, the women you have in your group, you have more challenges and you have more breakthroughs to create and you have to solve problems. In fact, till the time you are going to sleep like this, dying, you are creating something for others because you are pushed to be beyond yourself. Live for others makes life better.
Yes.
And meaningful.
So, yes, I think, yeah, at this level we explore different aspects, but let me call Dr. Bey to pass through because the minutes, and then he will conclude our workshop before we go to
Exercise.
the exercise.
So to continue whatever Dr. Emmanuel was saying, life is, ladies and gentlemen, is all about stories. It can be, your story can be done, means you didn't change anything, as Prof. Ahmed was saying, that you can, maybe you can even professor. It's not about ranking, it's not about position, it's about contribution. Life is all about contribution. For that I'm here, I want to go back now to do another thing. I'm trying to give him, you know, the institutes that he ran it and so on, because I feel 14 months is too much of my life. I want to do something more. Okay, because I know that contribution, it doesn't stop in one place. It's supposed to continue. The more you get learning, the mindset change, it means you are discovering. Okay. Frankly, in your country, I found many challenges. Okay. But it's waking me up for something else now. Even you don't know what's waking me up. Okay. But these challenges, life is about 3 C's. They remember, right? It is about chance. Okay. God give you chance. These chances, sometimes they become into challenges, and then these challenges will become to a change. So this change will help you to discover things that you are not seeing, help you to see the problem into opportunities. Okay. So this is very important. So when you start to visualize, you build a storyboard. Okay. And this is really a shame, because we humans, we can be animals without knowing if we don't have a story. If we don't try to create a story. Okay? You know, the story can be, as he said, the Prophet Ahmed, can be, I will not accept to myself to live in a street where there is lots of beggars, and I talk about I want to do development to my country. Okay? At least I observe, at least I try to interact with them so that I can bring better solutions. I think, no, nobody here, but I think I told you, this is not here. Since the first day I came to Rwanda, still in my mind, this problem. I did not solve it, but I'm observing, I'm seeing the people. How can I solve the problem of those with bicycles? Okay? Especially those who not carry people, but carry heavy things, and they go up. Okay? With minimal solution, not government, but I want to do a model so that it can be replicated. Every day I see them, especially when they have this difficulty in pushing things very heavy, okay, losing their muscles and so on. How can I ease it to them? I don't want to change their business now, but at least I can ease it to them. What type of things we can ease it? So this is like something, see, like this, it means that you are a human. It means you are asking yourself, how can I do something better? Even just thinking about it, not doing anything about it, at least in the beginning, it means you are alive. Okay? Just taking things for granted, oh, yes, God has given him this job, it's his problem. No, it's your problem. God has tested you, they've given you all this, health, maybe wellness, maybe some money, maybe a capability to study, so that he tests you whether you're going to do something with it, or you'll end up just having certificate and getting money and bringing a family, and that's it. Okay? So for that, it is about the problem story scenario. As you've seen in Ghana, it's a story. Okay? I was interested to see what is I can do in the north with minimal resources. Okay? Then we explore the problem opportunity. The problem is turned to be an opportunity. The shea butter, we are one of the early people who are breaking the chain, and there are lots of companies there. The story is about now 7-8 years. Okay? Lots of small companies, which is social for profit, okay, which are doing shea butter business. Before it used to be only big companies, they come and buy the shea butter. From Unilever they come, and they are controlling the chain. When you break the chain, you are bringing the profit margin of the poor. The majority of poor people in Africa is not because they can't produce. Because there is mediators who are mean. They are making them a labor. For that, Africa till today is not developing. Okay? Because the people in the mediators either corrupted from part of the government. Okay, here we don't have this, at least not clear. But the other thing is companies who's controlling them and taking the most important resources at little amount of money, and those in the end of the line, their profit margin is, so they stay poor. Okay. To break this, to show them that they can bring better profit margin, it means you must make it small organization. Okay. So this is when we explore the problem. Then we generate the facts and ideas. It doesn't happen by coincidence, unless you apply all these learning cycles that we talked about, including the observational learning, including the latent learning. All these types of learning have to be applied. Okay. And then we identify and consolidate learning areas. We stop. As we said, my brother, he was saying that we have to take a pause, look at things in a different way, so that we can improve now. Okay. Annually, every 6 months, some good organization, they do it quarterly. See, we are a small organization. From first day, we start the quarter report. No, we don't. I am doing the quarter report. I know nobody will read it. I am the one who's doing it for myself, but I have to do it because that will help me to take a pause. What I'm doing, is it worth it? What is the value that we are doing in this area? Well, how can we improve our time of delivery and so on? So this is, now this cycle cannot stop by this. This is the beginning of your differentiation of your mindset. Okay, I remind you, some of you know about the mindset. It's made from 4 things. So we have the brain. Already we have pharmacology, so I shouldn't dare to hide. We have the brain. We have the mind. The mind is the tool of the brain. Do we have? Can we see the mind when we do X-ray? We can't see the mind. We can see the brain, right?
Yes.
But the most important thing that motivates our mind is the frontal lobe. Our brain is made from 4 lobes. The frontal lobe, which is here, God has given us, it's the better than any other human nearest to us, which is the gorilla, the Musanzi. Okay, the gorilla and Musanzi, they have their 4 lobes are strong, bigger than us, except the frontal lobe are more developed. Okay, why? Because linked to the mind. But the most important thing that controls the mind, controls the brain, is the mindset. And this is the one that is hidden enemy. It is an enemy, sometimes can be your friend, but most of the time, unfortunately, enemy. It will let you see life like this. Always you see life like this, with the glasses. Okay? Certain glasses. Oh, this person, I don't want to sit with them. This person, this lady, I don't like the way she's dressing, and so on. Okay? And to tell you the fact, I was saying this after I left the lab. Okay? After I left the lab, I was saying that I should not judge people by how they look. Okay? You know, the lab is DT lady, but she became, I felt she's much better in front of life, God, and her people than me. Because it's not about the people, how they dress. Okay? It's how much they are contributing to the community. So it's about, the mindset is made from 4 things. Please write them down to remember. And unfortunately, even scientists of the brain, sometimes they don't know about this. They focus on the brain. The brain is only the tool for the mindset. So the tool of the mind is also a tool for the mindset. Mindset is controlling all. It is the strongest thing that is can be our enemy. It's about our perception, number 1. If you want to write them down. About our perception of life, which we call it between bracket paradigm. Some of you heard about paradigm, right? Okay. So perception means, if I give you just a small example, if I was bitten by a dog when I was young, I'll always see this, that every dog in the world, they can bite me. Plus, I built that perception. Because I gone through that experience, so I believe in my experience is the only one. That experience is, so it makes me always afraid. Even the dogs will run after me because they know that I'm afraid. Okay? So number 1 is about what we said, assumptions. Okay? This is the most dangerous thing. And in order to show that you are learning, your assumption is supposed to be changing. If it's not changing, it means you are not learning. Okay? Second one, they are very relevant to learning. Second one is about attitude. Okay? My sister Providence, she sent me her thesis now about occupational health and safety. Okay? Which is I happen to be also expert on it, but I will not share my expertise, not that. But again, it's about any system, not only occupational health and safety. It's all about what attitudes, how we react to things. Okay? We have many organizations that have occupational health and safety in their organization, including us. Okay? We have fire extinguisher. But do we have, can we extinguish the fire in the right time? The other day he closed it. Even though he was not trained, the other guys trained, but they were watching. Okay, so it's about attitude. And this attitude controls our behavior. They didn't move because their attitude was thinking, what shall I do now? Okay, so it means their training still is weak. When you go to airplane, what they try to do every time, the first thing they do in the airplane, what they do for you every time?
Teach you safety.
Teach you safety. Why they repeat it? Most of the people have flight. Why they repeat it every time, every flight? Why they repeat it?
So that you keep in mind.
Keep in mind, okay? So that it will again break the chain of your attitude. Okay? They are trying to motivate your attitude so that your behavior, when there is an emergency, you know which is priority. Is it you or your child? Okay? Is it you? You are sitting near the exit. Where you should move now when you are sitting near the exit? So this is important. That so we said now about what? Assumptions, attitudes, and then behavior. The last one is reflection. The way we're gonna react to things after we see all of this. So the very important that we think about the mindset in this way, because here we are supposed to now start another cycle of learning. You know what this cycle is about? The first one is about learning. The second one is about unlearning. You are supposed to learn and unlearn. Learn and unlearn. To be mature, you are supposed also to unlearn. Not what you learn supposed to not to block your progress. Okay, that's what he put for us in the cycles. No? So unlearning is very important. Part of the learning is that we're supposed to unlearn. Not everything we know today is the truth. We will know it only when we start practicing more. So tomorrow we'll discover something, and you know that in your life, right? After many years, so thanks God that I failed on that. Because if I didn't fail on that, I would have not reached here. Right? So this is the unlearning. That we unlearn that what we learn, because of my failure, because of me. No, sometimes you try your best, but God fail you. Because He meant something good for you. God always, He meant something good for us. Regardless who we are, we humans was not put here for test like a maze. We put here for a good purpose. Okay? But it depends on us. Our learning will make our maturity with ourselves and with God possibly. If we always take the good, think that God always meant something good for us. You want it today. And we have it this in Quran, we have it in the Bible. Sometimes God prevents from you something because you think it is very good for you. But God knows it is not good for you. In the long run you're going to discover that it is not good for you. Okay? So this is very important. So this cycle is very important that it revolves so that you can learn in a proper way. And for that we come to the exercise now. The exercise is all about this. So please write this if you have not written it. Okay? It's all about radar. We're going to visualize now that we want to solve a certain problem in a certain community or for a certain group. Okay, that's number one. Okay, so we select, you're going to be divided into 3 groups. You're going to do different rooms. And you have about 15 minutes so now it's about 1 o'clock. In 1:15 we're going to stop and come back here to present as usual. And this is part of the learning that we start to apply. Why we give exercise every workshop, like the guys who are in airline business. Because we want you to practice. We want to change your attitude, okay? Because knowing is not enough, okay? Enthusiasm is not enough, okay? So here we select a socio-economic issue. Like what? To give you an example, actually you don't ask later. What is socio-economic issue? We have our friends there, they work with people with AIDS. I forget your NGO name. TR. Huh?
Rwanda, please.
Yes, okay. Yes. Rwanda Plus. So they work with those people with families and so on. They have AIDS patients and so on. For example, this is a problem, socio-economic problem. What is the socio-economic problem for them?
For them, it's, is the financial capacity which is low.
Excellent. It's not about the patients. I can't solve the problem of these patients and just take service. We are talking about outcome. I'm not talking about service. They are doing the service now. They are working this level. We want to move to this level with them. So what type of projects they should do? Right? Using radar. Not anything, it's a framework. Okay? This is a successful framework, not my framework. This is an international framework. Okay? I'm presenting to you. Using radar, how can I put an outcome? What is the outcome? I have to visualize the outcome I want. What is the approach? What is the deployment I will use? Techniques. And then how I am going to stop, assess, and then review. And then again do another learning cycle. Okay? Is this clear? I hope now it's clear for the workshop outcome. Okay? And then we list down the resources needed. Now here I have to warn you, the successful projects as per our requirements, less number of financial resources. Okay? The more you capitalize in your available resources, produce less number of financial resources, we can take up other projects with you. If we see that we spend 1,500 with you, for example, even if we give you 50,000, you'll not do better. How you can capitalize with little amount of money the resources you have? The voters, for example, skills. What skills they have? Do they have, for example, cultural dance? Can we make an eco-village? Can we make from them other, business? Okay? This is the thing that we should ask. Okay? So less number of resources. I don't want to hear here that you are talking about financial resources only. Okay? Because remember, always we had also lots of dialogue about that. We had a dialogue sessions. Okay? The non-financial wealth is more important than the financial wealth. The financial wealth means either you cannot do it, or you'll ask someone else to give you money. But the non-financial wealth is within your hand, within your capacity. Am I clear? Yes? Any question before we go to the exercises? Okay. I think you are good in this dividing people into groups.
Not dividing people, good in uniting people.
United. Good, you are clever. Okay.
So let's have an exercise. Let's say, for instance,
Group 1, Group 2,
group
Group
1 is group 1, group 2, group 3. Yeah. Okay. So we count? 1, 2, 3. And you are group leaders.
Yes, I will be orienting where group 1 will have its own hall.
Yes.
Each group has its own class. So group
yeah.
1, is it group 1?
Yes.
Let them finish, let them
Yeah.
finish. You don't
We
say.
finish and
Let them, they will divide it now.
Yeah.
and then group 1. Please, brother.
Count.
1,
3,
No, 1.
1.
2, 3. Okay. 1.
Let them count, Dr. Hashan, they remember,
Yes.
otherwise they will not remember.
Count.
Mm-hmm.
1, 2,
1.
3.
1.
Super.
Okay.
Is anybody not called? Number? Everybody's there?
Everybody's
Okay. Group 1 can stay here.
yes.
There is one remaining. One participant who was out.
Okay, she will later will divide it.
Yeah.
So group 1 stay here.
Yes.
Group 2 will go with Bonnie.
I already arranged every group's place.
Okay.
By count.
Okay.